Hi, Dave Foster here, the 1031 Investor. Been coming at you with a series of clips that have all been based around the letter F. And we were couching them in the stories, remember, real people, real stories of how they were able to use 1031 exchanges to maximize their investing careers to get them where they needed to get to. And so we talked about financial independence, how that's a goal of everybody because that gives you ultimately what you need to pursue your passions in life, that financial independence. And that's what you can use the 1031 exchange to gain, because the 1031 exchange, which allows you to sell investment real estate and buy investment real estate, is an avenue and a pathway to using compound interest. And we talked about compound interest, which allowed Chris to be able to move on to his RV full time with his family and kids. We talked about freedom, which is the freedom that you've got when you use the 1031 exchange to sell in one state and buy in another state, to sell one piece of property and buy multiple pieces of property, or to sell one type of asset and purchase multiple types of asset. You're not stuck having to stay in your lane. I'm a single family investor. That's all I can do, whether the market is good or not. Remember Sarah and Don last time? Sarah and Don sold a large California asset and they moved into the Midwest with their real estate. Again, deferring the tax. Why? Because deferring the tax gave them access to using that tax for more investing for their benefit. And that's what gives them access to compound interest. So we talked about financial independence. We've talked about freedom. What's the F today? Fishing. Oh, yeah. And I guess I couldn't come up with a better example than myself for this. In 1996, my wife and I were both in pretty high profile careers. And we decided, with the birth of our first son, that life needed to change. I'm telling you, those of you that have had children, you know it. They're like better than a TV set. You just want to watch them. You want to be with them. I wanted to teach mine to fish. And so he got his first fishing knife when he was 3 weeks old. I was in trouble for months over that one, but that's another story. But we decided that we wanted to set a goal of sailing away on a sailboat and living a fishing and marine life with our children within 10 years. So we immediately spent the next 10 years positioning our assets first in Colorado and then using 1031 exchanges, moving them to Connecticut. And then again, using 1031 exchanges, moving them into Florida. And along the way, by several strategic moves made possible by the 1031 exchanges, we were able to move on to our sailboat. And at that time, we had 3 kids and added a 4th while we were on the boat. And we were able to do that for 10 years, all because we had made disciplined use of the 1031 exchange. So I suppose I really need to shout out a big thanks to my silent partner, Uncle Sam, because it was using his deferred tax dollars that allowed us to move on to that sailboat and live on it and learn to be, well, an enthusiastic fisher, if not a good one. That's what the 1031 exchange can do to you. The 3 F's. The 1031 exchange, selling investment real estate, buying investment real estate, and deferring the tax is going to allow you to get that financial independence so that you can be free to do whatever you want, even if it's fishing. Hey, till next time, find your passion, find some good real estate. Let's start using 1031 to your benefit.